Oh, it's recording. Hello. Hi, everyone from the Yes Represents. In case you don't know, first, sorry, let me do it right. Hi, welcome to JS Represents people meeting the other people who are in the agency too. Okay, now let me get to it. Hi, my name is Reba. I am the number one country western singer in all of Central, Northern America and select areas of Central America. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Anyway, I've been in Los Angeles for 25 years and I hail from the town of Juarez, Mexico. Chihuahua.
Okay, awesome. So, hi everybody. My name is Erick Rodriguez, and I'm a California native. I'm originally from San Diego, California. I've been in Los Angeles for probably 1,000 years, adding up different times I've been here. This is my third time around, and of course, I'm represented by JS, and yeah, that's me.
Yay! That's the easy part. Now let's fill 20 more minutes. Okay. I
Okay.
have a question for Drew because I see other people asking this question, so I want to copy them. How did Drew meet Jan?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. So I met John 30 years ago. Yes, I was 18 years old.
You were a
I was,
baby.
yeah, I was. I was scouted out to be a model. And at the time, John worked for Nina Blanchard, the Nina Blanchard agency. I don't know if you guys know about Nina Blanchard, but she was a big agent up there with Ford and Elite. And so I met him. I was, again, 18 years old, and I worked with him for many years. And it's really funny because here I am, 51 years old, 30 years later, and he is representing me again. He truly is a pioneer in the business, one of the best, loving him to death. And that's how I met John. I've known him forever. I mean, there was a time when we didn't, see each other for a long time, but I think it's pretty amazing that he was my first booker, my first agent, and now here we are decades later, and he's representing me again. So I'm very happy about that. How did you meet him?
Oh, how I meet him. Okay, mira, let me tell you. I have to give you a little background. So when I was in Mexico, I was married to my husband, and he was my manager. And I catch him cheating, and I divorced him. Turned out when I was signing everything, the paperwork, he was getting the rights to my music, so I can't sing my own songs anymore. And he framed me for being a spy too. So I had to move to the United States. I'm here in Los Angeles, starting all over again. And recently, I've been writing commercial jingles for Hudson Day Enterprises. And
Nice.
there was a girl singing backup on my window cock song, the jingle. And she would tell me about John, but she wanted it to be a date. So I went to Jan, hi, let's go out. We're having a date. And, halfway through, he go, Mija, this isn't a date. I go, huh? And then, we just talk because now we're going to have to be friends. And he's saying, do you have a special flavor that I don't have in the agency? So yeah, it's so recentful that he said, you have a nice color flair. I don't have someone like you in my roster, so let's do it. I go, okay. And I have been on 0 auditions so far, but I think it's going good.
Well, I'm sure it'll happen. You just got to give it a little bit of time. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I think it's amazing that you're working with him. And I think that you're going to do awesome. You just got
I
to give
hope
it a little
so.
bit of time.
Yeah, time. Time is, you know what? All we have is time, right? I mean, what is time but a construct to fill up the space between books?
But I also think that everyone has to be proactive as well. I mean, you can't just depend on your agent for everything. I mean, times have changed drastically, especially here in Hollywood, and it's moving very rapidly. And it's, oh my God, what's going to happen tomorrow? I've been in the industry for so long, and I've seen massive changes. I remember when it was there was the film world. Everybody used film, and I remember the day that it changed to digital, like the day it changed to digital. And let me tell you, let me take off my clothes for this one.
Okay, please do.
So, so I had a booking. Okay, so as a model, you get your standard rate, and as an actor as well, which was pretty decent at the time. And I was making, I hate to talk about numbers, but literally I was making 1,500 a day. And that was during when they were shooting film. And then the day they went digital, I'm never going to forget getting a call and it was John, and he said, you have a booking, it's for an hour with an hour hold. And I said, that client usually books me for the whole day. Why only an hour hold? He goes, it's just an hour with an hour hold. So I went to the booking, and I remember standing in the Cove, and it was for a catalog, and the photographer was in front of me, and he had the sync cord, which connects to the camera, and it was connected to the computer, which the client sat at. And I was sitting there going, okay, what's this about? They shot the photos. It lasted 15-20 minutes. And the client said, oh, we got it. Okay, thanks. And I stood there, and then I heard the photographer say, so I told you it was good. I told you we'd get it fast. So I made $150 for an hour. So everything changed that day, from making thousands of dollars to just hundreds of dollars if you were even lucky. And I'm never going to forget how that affected everyone's lives, including photographers. I mean, it changed everything. What year was that? That was like 93 or 94. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But that's just an example of how things change, and you got to be ready for it. Okay, back with my clothes.
Oh, you're good both ways. No, let me tell you. You didn't ask, but I'll tell you. My friend who I was talking to, he's been doing the commercials and stuff for the longest time. And it seems like every couple of years, something big happens and shakes up the industry. But there's a period of time after, for like a year or so, where everyone's all, I'm waiting for it to get back to normal. And it's like, it doesn't go back. It doesn't go back. One of them was the writer's strike. The writer's strike, I think that was like 10 years ago. Kind of everything stopped and slowed down. And then it slowly started coming back. And people are all waiting for it to get back to normal. And it never did, because within that time, more digital crap, more reality crap, all these things that make it harder for actors and former country western singers. It just keeps rolling and rolling. And that's what I hear about Jan, is he's very good about, keeping up with it. That then there's, sometimes he complained that there's people in his roster who don't.
Oh yeah, here we are taping from home, and oh my gosh, I remember having 3 auditions or whatever. Yeah, I did. I had 3 auditions sometimes in a day. And the first one was in Santa Monica, and the other one was in Burbank. And then another one was in Hollywood. And that's driving around in traffic, making sure you have all your headshots stapled and the little sticker logos. And do I have gas in my car? And I need water. Oh my, what am I wearing for this casting, or this blah, 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 blah. And that took all day long. Now you're at home. It's like you have to have your nice little backdrop here that's the right color. You have to have your lighting, and such, and make it look like you're in a casting office. And if you don't do it, I mean, talent always helps too. Yeah. So, but it's tough out there. You have even these internet influencers that are getting booked on stuff, and they're not even actors. They're not even actors, and they're getting booked on stuff because they have followers,
Do you know what's so frustrating about that stupid, I'm going to say a bad word, shit, is the casting people are, how many followers do you have? I'm like, well, okay, I only have like 1,200, but those are real followers. Those aren't I didn't pay $100 to get 1,000 more followers. Followers can be bought. So these people could just like, let me buy all these followers, and then someone could look at them and go, look at all the followers. Let's put them in our commercial. It's like, no, stupid. Nobody's following him. When they have 20,000 followers and 2 likes on each photograph, come on, do the research. But
right.
Let me tell you the good and plus of how it changed is the good is there was one time when I had an audition. This was way before, and I'm driving, I'm killing myself to get across town because I have a full-time job and I took some time off. Driving like crazy at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon in Los Angeles. And I get there, okay. And then they stand me up against the wall, take a Polaroid, go, thank you. And I was like, what? I kill myself to get here for you to take a Polaroid? So I'm glad that don't happen anymore. But the minus is I got a audition, a self-tape, and the guy says, okay, here's what you're going to do for your self-tape. You're going to do your slate, you're going to please, and then you're going to do this. And he cuts to him pushing a desk across his studio, and then you sit down at the desk and you open your laptop and part. I'm like, okay, one, I don't have a studio. I don't live in a studio. And two, I don't have a desk handy that I can push into the. What are you talking about? There's things that you're doing in your casting studio that we can't do in our little apartments. Keep that in
Mm-hmm.
mind, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I had a friend who I do favors for. I won't say what kind, but he's someone I thought, could I please go to your house tonight, last minute, and you have an extra table lying around too. Lucky it happened because you got to make it happen. But sometimes I'm all too crazy. I don't have all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's the plus and
that's
minus.
that's a lot to think about. And just to chime in a little bit earlier about how you called them Polaroids, back in the day, we used to call them paranoids. Because they would take paranoids before they, we called them paranoids because before they took the actual shot, But one thing I will say, I have a very dear friend who's one of the biggest and successful acting coaches here in town. Her name is Lori Lively. And her students, go up for Oscars and Emmys. They do really, really well. And when she's taping them, she really goes that extra mile to have that prop, even if it's not the right prop. They casting directors and producers want to see they want to see it. They want to see what you're going to bring to the audition, what you can bring to the role. And at the same time, you could mimic it. You could pretend you're licking a lollipop, but get the real thing or whatever, and that's gonna up your chances, I believe, to getting the part, going that extra mile. I mean, right after this, I have to do a taping, and I had to run home and get a suit with the tie and all that. Oh my God, I got to go across town. And look, I'm still doing it. I'm driving across town, but it's what you got to do, because sometimes they don't even have callbacks. Sometimes, I haven't been in any have you been in any casting offices in the last year and a half? I have not. It's all been from home.
Oh no. I got a call back for the pushing the desk across the
Oh, good for you.
so yes, I was, but it's so rare. It's so rare.
So I have a
Oh,
question for you.
yes, ask it.
When did you decide that you wanted to be an actress, an entertainer? When did it hit you?
I don't think I ever decided. I just felt it. What happened one time was I was in the kindergarten in school, and it was the Christmas pageant, and I was just there to watch. And the teacher come up to me. She go, "Hey, Juan, he's sick. He can't be Rudolph." I'm like, "What? He can't be Rudolph. Do you want to be Rudolph?" I'm like, "Okay." And they had made the mask out of sandwich bags and put the cardboard red nose of the thing, and you put that over your head because your head's smaller than the fit in the sandwich bag, the brown paper ones. And it's not. It feels like being kidnapped, but it's not as exciting. And then so I go, what do I do? They go, just hop along. We're gonna sing the song, and you just hop along, and everyone's gonna follow you. I go, okay. So it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and there I was skipping, and these kids were all following me, and everyone around was going, hi, it was so good, so good. I think I like this. So I got that, and that got it in my blood. And of course, my mama, she used to play the songs of Vicky Carr. So I love Vicky Carr. So I try singing, and it worked out for me. So far, so good back then. But we'll see now. But yeah, it's not something that, you wake up when they go, I'm going to do this. It just grab you. You
Right,
have no choice.
right.
Or did you have an epiphany of when you were going to be performing?
Well, I was really, really young. I was very young. I was 4 years old. And what I used to do is I used to imitate people on television all the time. The scenes, what was going on. I used to think that Hollywood actually was on another planet. I thought it was a whole nother world somewhere else, and it was real. But when I got a break, so to speak, it was back when I was 16 years old. I might have been 15. I was riding a motorcycle down on the coast in La Jolla, and there was no helmet law then. And I had long, luxurious hair. And I was riding this motorcycle, and there was this car in front of me, and I noticed these this one guy kept turning around, and I thought, oh my God, who is this guy? Why is he staring at me? And he stopped at a stop sign, and I passed him, and I heard him scream out, "Hey!" And I thought, oh my God, what does he want? And then I pulled over, and I had a pair of Ray-Ban, the black Ray-Ban sunglasses, and I put them down, and I said, yeah. And he goes, have you ever thought about being a model? And I went, oh my God, here's my ticket out of this town. And then from then on, it was, developing, taking photos. And I had already been acting in high school and stuff. I did plays. And so I knew that I wanted to use modeling to get as a stepping stone to get into acting. And pretty much right away, I went up for a pretty big campaign, and I didn't land it. But that was when I knew that, and my agents knew that I had, potential to do it. But as soon as I turned 18, I moved to LA, jumped in, and it was, wow. And we didn't have GPS. We didn't have the cell phones with a GPS. We had what was called a Thomas Guide. It was a book. It was a map. I'm sure you know, Reba, what it is. And you had to go through that thing the night before, write down everything, where to turn, where to park, blah, 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 blah. And there were times when you'd get lost, and then I'd have to stop at a payphone, and I would call John or whomever would answer, and I'd say, I can't find it. He'd go, well, everyone else did. And I'd say, oh God, but that was the day, you had to do your homework, and you had to find out shortcuts. Oh, well, what if I can't go that way? Oh my God, that street is blocked off, or whatever. And you had 2 castings, and you had to meet 3 clients that day. So yeah, all you actors out there right now have it easy.
Yeah, I still keep one. Eric, we lost your video.
I know, I'm back.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I keep one in my donkey saddlebag because, just in case. And what drives me nuts about it is you're going like this, open it, okay, F3, and then you follow. Continue on page 367.
Oh yeah.
Like that, and then if you have to connect, just like,
oh my God,
flipping back and forth.
What's
going on?
Yeah, you would have to fold the book and go, oh my God, is this how you do it from all the pages in the middle? God, I remember that. I mean, so again, yes, all you actors have it so easy. You don't even understand how easy it is. It's, oh, I got to put myself on tape in 20 seconds or whatever. You get up, you just do it, send it via iMovie or whatever WeTransfer, and you're done. Wow. I mean, we have to do it too. And I'm actually very grateful for technology. Oh my God. But so I have another question for you. What's what role did you land that was the funnest thing you've ever done?
The funnest thing I ever done. Do you know what? I'm still doing it. It's called the Mismatch Game at the Gay and Lesbian Center. It's a fundraiser, and it's like the match game from the 70s.
Oh yeah.
Dumb Dora is so dumb. How dumb is she? She's so dumb. She thinks it takes an hour to make blank. And then you fill in the blank. Well, I just happened to fall into it, and there's 6 celebrity impersonators, and I get to be me because I'm special. And I love filling in the blank, and the people, we laugh and we laugh and laugh, and sometimes it gets really dirty because you're raising money for the homeless trans and bi teens and gay teens who parents kick them out. No one's gonna care if you get a little dirty. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm also so happy. Did you remember Julie Brown? Julie Brown,
yes, of course.
Her
yes,
are easy.
Mm-hmm.
Common genius. She does it too, and I get to sit next to her sometimes. I'm like, yay! And
oh,
so
great!
It's such a great thing because I get to perform, and then I get to be with people I admire, and I also get to do a good thing. So it's good all the way around. That's my favorite thing and the most fun thing that I've done as an actor.
Nice. That's fun, and for good causes.
Yeah. How about you?
Okay, so I would say the funnest thing that so basically a director friend of mine had offered me a part in one of her films, and she said, well, there's 2 parts that I think you'd be good at. One is to play a husband of this wife who they're having marital problems, and another one would be to be what's it called? It just slipped my mind. To be a therapist. And I said, I don't want to play a husband. I want to play the therapist. So the therapist was really great part to play because he was pompous, he was pretentious, he was Mr. Know-it-all, and almost what's the word, judgmental. So it was really fun to play. I go for, this is a good one, you guys. I go for unconventional roles, and I think that a lot of people should, because a lot of people, they feel, oh, I want to be dramatic, I want to do this, and they only have so many choices, and they want to play the wife or the husband and get the dramatic stuff going on. I say pick the most unconventional, weird stuff you can find, because you see it happen all the time. You see these big actors. I mean, perfect example, Hilary Swank, great actress. Okay, I've seen her in a lot of stuff. She wanted to do this film. She wanted a part in this film called Boys Don't Cry. She went to the casting, cut her hair like a boy, like completely dressed up like a boy, walked in, and I don't know how she got the reading. And I heard the story from someone, of course, that worked in the casting office, and they told me that a casting assistant went up to the casting director and said, "There's some guy in here that wants to audition for the role." Okay, so there she was in the office and dressed like a boy. The role was for, of course, a transgender who had an identity crisis. I don't know if you all seen the film. It's like a phenomenal film, and she won an Oscar for it. So that's what I mean by unconventional roles. Don't go for go for whatever you want, but go for the ones that are weird, that you're going to stand out, that are going to challenge yourself. I play serial killers all the time. And, it's fun. You get to really dig deep into your psyche, and however you use your choices, whether you are, there's so many different choices to use, but you really challenge yourself. And that's just my suggestion, is just go for the unconventional roles, because they're a lot of fun. And I can't wait to play. I would love to play a role where I'm dressed up like you. I think that I would have a blast.
Don't wait for the role. Do it. Just do it. But I want to tell. I'd love to see the flip side of what you're saying. Is I want to see more casting people put unconventional performers in conventional roles.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I would kick ass as the soccer mom.
Great. Yeah.
Right?
Look what John Travolta did for Hairspray.
Hmm?
Did you ever see the remake of Hairspray?
Which one?
Well, the remake. It was
the first one. There's
John
the
Travolta.
stage show. There's the live. There's the movie, and then there was the live one.
Well, the original movie, which was out in the early '80s, not that one, but the next one with John Travolta played the mom. I can't remember her.
Yeah.
And phenomenal. You know what I mean? So yeah, hooray.
Okay. Oh my goodness, we've been talking for a little time. It's good. But I have a question for you. Do you have any advice for young people who want to come to Los Angeles and do commercial or acting things?
Yes, I do. I do have advice. Okay. First thing, which is most important, is an education. No matter what, I don't care if you're the next Brad Pitt or George Clooney. Go to school, get a degree, finish high school, and you have plenty of time to do stuff on the side. I didn't. Okay. I didn't go to college till I was 39 years old. And though that's a perfect example of you can do things, at any time, but I don't have any regrets, but I do wish that I would have gone to college right away, because an education is very important. We don't know how long you're going to be in the industry. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I think that Hollywood is pretty self-explanatory right now on how things change. It is an extremely difficult business, very tough, and it can take a long time before you land something, and then there's I know people that have quit their jobs, that have dropped everything and moved to Beverly, so to speak, and lost all their money and had to return back home, and it's happened, countless times. So go for it, follow your dreams, follow your heart, don't stop, but definitely go to school. you know. You hear about big actors, you know, very well-known names that have major degrees from Stanford, Yale, Harvard, you know, and yeah, that's more power to them. As far as if you have a, and I also know parents that really work for their help their children become actors, they basically drop everything as well. Okay, they drop everything, they move their kids over. I know families that have moved to Hollywood and they live like in a small, really small apartment, so one sibling could be an actor, you know. So you young actors, you know, I hope you appreciate what your parents are doing for you, because they're really sacrificing a lot, you know. But most importantly is think about an education, get an education, because that's what's gonna last forever. Yeah, you could become an actor and make lots of money and be a screenwriter and all that stuff, but it's gonna be really, really, really hard, no matter what, for anybody. So go for the education.
Good advice. Good advice.
Yeah, and we can't wait for this mask mandatory to be over. I hear it's almost over.
Oh yeah, but you know, it's different from state to nationwide, state and county. So I hear that Los Angeles is going to be a little more sticky on the mask indoors.
Oh,
Um,
right. We're not supposed to talk about it. I forgot.
but, oh, we're not supposed to talk about it.
I
That's
don't think so. Not on the video. Sorry.
okay. Well,
Sorry,
you know,
John.
we'll see what happens. But I have some advice too.
Okay, great.
There. Um, okay. Before you pack up all your bags and move to Los Angeles, make sure this is where you have to be. Because now with the technology, like we're talking, it's happening all over. It's happening in people's homes. It's happening, but even production. There's production in Georgia, in Texas, in New Mexico. Find a
Atlanta.
place, yeah, and, just find a place that's right for you. And I know one person who nothing was happening for him in LA. He moved to Atlanta, and then boom, just blew up. He did this movie, that movie, Walking Dead for a couple of long episodes. He's like, oh my goodness, good for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, make sure first that you have to leave your home if you don't want to, you know, this it's hard to uproot everybody and everything to move to a place you don't know that could be more expensive than you need it to be. Do some research, find out, you know, what's near me, what's in Texas, what's in Georgia. So, you know, don't
Great advice.
yeah, because here it's not that one place anymore. And that's the sad part. It was
Mm-hmm.
nice when
Yeah,
it's the one place, right? Seemed like so
right.
much more work. But no, there's so much going on. There's too much television. There's so many movies being made everywhere. So do some research. Find out. Do I need to leave home? And if I do, can I be somewhere closer to me, somewhere less expensive, where the freeways aren't so crazy?
Right, right. And here's another a little bit more advice is that people are they're producing films out of their cars, literally out of the trunk of their cars. So if you're building your resume, you know, and you want to do independent stuff, it's always great to, you know, do some research, like you said, and find these people, because there's some incredible filmmakers. People are filming on their iPhones, and those iPhones are better even than, you know, like Canon cameras sometimes, you know, and or Minoltas. I mean, you don't have to get all the lenses and stuff. So wow, you know, just thinking about that and how challenging, and there it is again. There's competition everywhere. So I was always one to never pass up something like that. You know, you have people that are saying, "Oh, I would love for you to be in this short or whatever." You never know what you're going to get, because you can get a great scene, you know, to you know, upload to Casting Frontiers or whatever, you know, and then there you have it. And then also there was a time when I was in LA and I was tired of being in LA. This was a while back, but I moved to Texas, to Dallas, and I did more commercial work there than I ever did in Hollywood. I mean, I was landing national commercials, you know, union. So again, with Reba mentioning, you know, you can really work from anywhere now. You know, I hear Atlanta is booming, booming, huge. People, I mean, there's Netflix is there. They have a hub there as well, and so And we all know how expensive Los Angeles is. Oh my God. It's like
$30 for lunch.
I
You go
know.
out, I'm not a good cook, lady, because I had people to do that for me earlier. But yeah, you go out for lunch, you go out for dinner, you go $60 right there. It's like my
Yeah.
donkey don't want too much food because he's getting cake.
Oh, you feed him frijoles and arroz and he's fine. That's what my grandparents do or did, you know.
Yeah,
So
but riding him later, the wind's blowing this way.
yeah,
No.
exactly. Make sure you have a fan blowing. Oh my God. God, it was wonderful chatting with you.
Well, I love that chatting with you, Eric.
And I hope that I would love to come see you perform at the center.
You know
That'd be
what? We have a date already for the next one. It's May 21st and 22nd. I'll send something to Jan so he can send out to people to go see the show. Go see it. It's a
that'd be
fun time.
great.
And we do 2 nights. And if you go, you can put your name to be a contestant.
Oh, okay.
And then you win prizes.
Right. Well, I'll make sure to come say hello as well.
Yes, please do.
So are
Okay.
we anything else we can enlighten the Hollywood children with?
Oh, wait, let's flatter Jan a little bit. What is your favorite or one word you would use to describe Jan?
Just that wow, what words? Serious. He's serious. He is no nonsense. He's a little cutthroat, but you got to be in this industry. Super nice guy, knows his business, and intelligent. And yeah, I think I said a lot. What about you?
Well, for me, the word is patience. Surprising. I know every week we get a message about you have to do this, you have to do that, and if you don't, I'm gonna cut you. But and I try my best to stick to all the things he says to do. But once in a while, I'll make a little mistake here and there. And he's been pretty nice
Oh
so
yeah.
far. And goodness, thank you for not firing me.
Oh, I know. I did the same thing. I had not had an agent for a while, and so back in the day, it was Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. That was it. And then it was him calling me, going, "Eric, did you get that audition? Did you get that casting thing?" And I said, yeah, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. You got to respond right away. You have an hour. If you don't do it in an hour, that's it. They don't care. Blah 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 blah. And I thought, oh my God, where have I been? And there again, I was learning all this stuff that I didn't know the industry had changed. I mean, I went from being an actor to, because I write and direct now as well. So I was out of it for a little while, and now it's, oh my God, okay, I'm on it. Don't be late, do it. So, but that's how you're gonna get the part.
Yeah.
Don't procrastinate. So thank you for your patience, John. We both appreciate it a lot.
Yes, thank you. We're trying to put out to wait, that's not right. We're trying to make it work. We're working it to make it worth having us.
Yes. Yes, and thank you very much, John, for everything.
Okay, well, I guess that's it. Wonderful thing, Eric.
You too, and thank you so much for your time. Thanks for all your insight, and I've learned a lot from you as well. And I just wanted to say, break a leg to everybody out there in Hollywood land. Go for it, and John's your man.
And be yourself. Okay.
Exactly, be yourself.
Love you. Bye.
All right, love you. Bye.